Hi, and welcome to First Person Yoga, where we move the body to find stillness in the mind so that we can move the pen to find inspiration on the page. I'm Kate, and I'm really glad that you're here. Today we have a Mandala flow. So Vinyasa flow practice, we'll be moving in a circle on the mat. So we'll be facing all directions. And at the end of every first person yoga video, I offer a writing prompt. So if you'd like to write for 5 or maybe 10 minutes at the end of your movement practice today, please have a pen or a pencil and a journal or a piece of paper ready to go. Let's get started in child's pose. So come to the center of your mat, knees as wide as the mat, toes touching behind you. Walk your hands out. Watch out for your puppy. Maybe give your puppy a belly rub. Bring your forehead to the mat. And take 3 deep breaths here. So I'm coming up, but you can stay in your child's pose. Take 3 deep breaths. As you inhale, feel the breath move up into the back body, expanding the backside of the rib cage. As you exhale, really let the belly contract and draw towards the spine. Good. One more full breath in your child's pose. Good. On your next inhale, press up. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We're coming to tabletop position. So you want to spread your fingers really wide here. Press the tops of the feet down so the toes are untucked. As you inhale, drop the belly and look forward. Good. As you exhale, curl the spine, send the gaze towards the navel, press the tops of the feet down into the mat. Good. Inhale. As you come to cow pose, imagine that you're dragging your palms towards your knees, really creating some tension. Good. And then exhale, curl the spine. Now move back and forth with your breath, inhaling to look forward and drop the belly, exhaling to curl the spine and send the gaze to the navel. About 3 more rounds. Good. Come back to neutral tabletop position. Extend your right leg straight behind you. Toes touch down on the mat. And then press into the heel. So you're getting a stretch along the whole back side of the right leg. Good. Then float the right leg up just to hip level. The toes are pointing down towards the mat. Float your left hand up, thumb pointing up towards the ceiling. Gaze down. Inhale to get really long. Press the heel towards the end of your mat. And then exhale, elbow to knee. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. A few more times with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. This time on the inhale, pause and hold. Really engage through the center of the body. Good. Float the left hand down. The right foot, you're going to pull all the way through between the hands. It might take you a couple steps to get it there. That's fine. But we're landing with front knee over front ankle. Heart shining forward. On your next inhale, sweep the arms overhead, low crescent lunge. Good. Exhale, bow, lengthen the front leg. Hands come to either side of the leg, half splits. Your toes are pointing up. Maybe you even rock back and forth on the heel here for a little added sensation. Stay for one more round of breaths. Good. On your next inhale, bend the front knee, plant the left hand, and peel the right arm up. So you're in this revolved lunge. Full inhale here. Good. Exhale, lower that top hand, lift the back knee, and step back to your first downward facing dog. When you get to your down dog, walk it out. So bend one knee and then the other. I like to call this a little down dog dance. You're just like finding your way into the pose. And then take at least 1 or 2 rounds of breath just to settle into the pose. A little bend in the knees can help lengthen the spine, and then you're melting the heart towards the chest. Sorry, towards your thighs. Misspoke. Good. On the next inhale, come up on the tiptoes and lower the knees. We're coming back to tabletop position. Let's take a couple rounds of cat-cow just to arrive kind of back down on our mat here. Good. Return to a neutral spine. This time we'll send the left leg long, toes touch down, stretch the back of the leg. Good. Float the left leg up. We're coming back to our bird dogs. Right hand floats up, thumb pointing up. Inhale, get really long. Exhale, tap elbow to knee. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. A few more times. Good. The next time you lengthen, hold for a couple of breaths. Draw the belly up to the spine. Send the gaze down towards that left thumb. Good. Float the right hand down. Left foot steps up. Oop, excuse me, Joni. And we're landing again. Front knee over front ankle. So check that alignment. And then inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Good. As you exhale, bow into half splits. Left toes point up. Maybe you find that rocking back and forth on the heel. Good. Bend the front knee, shine the heart forward, and then plant the right hand. This time, left arm peels up, reaching the fingertips for the ceiling. Good. Lower the top hand. And again, we'll make our way to downward facing dog. When you get to your down dog, inhale, bend the knees, look between your thumbs. On the exhale, big step or baby step walk up to the top of your mat for a forward fold. When you get there, grab opposite elbows, bring your feet about hip width, nod your head yes, and let the upper body be really heavy here for another round of breath. Good. On your next inhale, really slow reverse swan dive. All the way to high mountain, palms touch at the top, lift the gaze. Good. Exhale, swan dive all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Step back to plank pose. Good. From your plank pose, knees can be down or up. Wherever you are, inhale and shift slightly forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Hug the elbows in. Untuck the toes. As you inhale for baby cobra, press the tops of the feet into the mat, but relax the glutes here. Strength coming from the back. Good. Wait for an exhale to release. Inhale through table or plank to downward facing dog. We'll take that one more time. Inhale, bend the knees, look between the thumbs. Exhale, walk or step to the top, forward fold. Good. Inhale, root down to rise, reverse swan dive, hands touch at the top. Good. Exhale, swan dive all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, step back to your plank pose. Knees can be up or down, you decide. Inhale, slight shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way to the belly. Untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale through plank or table. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take 3 full breaths in your downward facing dog. And then we'll move into our mandala flow. Good. From your down dog, inhale, float your right leg up. And then exhale, bring the knee towards the nose. You're just making room to step the foot through between the hands. On the next inhale, high crescent lunge. Back heel is lifted, shifting the weight into that front leg. Inhale, lift out of the waist. Maybe you lift the gaze. And then on an exhale, open to your warrior two. Front knee over the front ankle here. Back foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Gaze out over your right fingertips. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Right elbow to right knee, left forearm alongside the left ear. Maybe you tilt the chest open just a touch. Good. Inhale to star pose. Both arms up and active. Right toes turn slightly in. Take a full breath. Maybe you lift the chest towards the chin. And then wait for the exhale. This time we're turning towards the back edge of your mat. Left toes are turning towards the top edge of your mat. Gaze out over the left fingertips in your warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse, peaceful warrior. This time on the exhale, big rainbow arms all the way down to the mat. Back heel lifts. You're in a low lunge. Step back to plank pose. Inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way. You can add chaturanga here if it's in your practice. Untuck the toes. Inhale, offer the heart. Exhale, release. And make your way to downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, the left leg floats up. Exhale, step it through. So we're going to go back the way we came. On the inhale, high crescent lunge. Again, back heel lifted. Find that strength in the legs. Inhale out of the waist. Exhale, warrior two. Good. Inhale, flip the front palm. Reverse, peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Good. Inhale, star pose. Left toes turn slightly in. Take up a lot of space here. Maybe wiggle the fingers. Exhale, warrior two. Back towards the top of your mat. Take a moment to land here. Strong warrior. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse. Exhale, rainbow, cartwheel the arms all the way down. Back heel lift, step back to plank pose. Inhale at the top. Exhale, lower your way. All the way or halfway if you want chaturanga. Inhale, offer the heart. Exhale, make your way to downward facing dog. Good. Please take 3 full rounds of breath in your downward facing dog. And then we'll take that same mandala flow in the other direction. And this time we're going to move towards one breath, one movement. So from your downward facing dog, inhale, float the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Find a nice wide base here. So maybe heel toe the left foot a little closer to the outside edge of the mat so you don't feel teetery when you come up. Good. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse peaceful warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, star, left toes turn in. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse. Exhale, rainbow arms all the way down, back heel lifts. Step back to plank pose, inhale at the top. Exhale, move through your flow. We're meeting in down dog. Inhale, the right leg floats up. Exhale, step it through. We're going back the way we came. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, star, right toes turn in. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse. Exhale, rainbow arms. All the way down to the mat. Step it back to plank pose. Inhale. And exhale, move through your flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Really nice work, everyone. From your down dog, one more time, roll the spine forward to plank pose. And then from here, lower with control all the way to the mat. When you get there, untuck your toes, slide the palms forward. We're coming to Sphinx. So the forearms are pressing down, the tops of the feet are pressing down. Imagine you have like an ice cube under your low belly to help lift up towards the spine. See if you can soften around the ears. Good, we'll send the gaze straight up. Send the gaze straight down. Come back to center, look over one shoulder, and then look over the other shoulder. Good, send your gaze forward. Make a pillow with your hands. Bend the knees and windshield wiper the feet, back and forth. Good, re-lengthen the legs. From here, nothing fancy. We're just going to flip onto our backs. So come all the way onto your back. And let's start with a big full body stretch. So lengthen the body, point the toes, reach with the fingertips. Inhale. As you exhale, float the knees in towards the body, wrap the arms around the shins, roll the ankles. Good. Keep the right knee hugging in. Lengthen the left leg down to the mat. Good. Really hug that right knee towards the body. Bring your left hand to your left hip use the right hand to guide that right knee open. So you're opening up the hip here, but keeping that left hip anchored. On your next inhale, use the right hand to guide the right knee all the way across the body into a twist. You might need to shift the hips just a little here. Maybe the left hand comes to the right knee. The right hand extends all the way out to the side and your gaze goes towards the right fingertips. See if you can keep both shoulders anchored here. Take 2 deep, full rounds of breath. Good. Unravel back to center. Find a happy baby. So both knees bend deeply. Wrap your hands around the outside edges of the feet, or if that does not feel good or accessible, behind the knees, or you could hold on to the ankles. Maybe a little back and forth movement here. Good. Then we'll transition to that same Apasana flow on the other side. So this time the left knee pulls in, the right leg is long. Hug the left knee towards the body. And then bring the right hand to the right hip or the right hip point. And use the left hand to guide the left knee open. Keep that right hip anchored. Good. Use the left hand this time to guide the knee all the way across the body. Maybe the right hand comes to the left knee. Left arm extends out to the side and your gaze is going out over your left fingertips. Supine twist. Breathe here. Good. Come back to center. This time find waterfall. So extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Flex the feet so that the heels are pressing up and the toes are pointing down. Really exaggerate that flex. Feather the toes. Good. And then point the toes, really exaggerating the arch. And then take some circles again through the ankles. Good. Lower the feet to the mat. Roll to one side and press up to a seat. That concludes our movement practice today. If you would like to do 5 or 10 minutes of writing, grab a pen and a piece of paper. Today's prompt related to the mandala flow is about what stays true. So in a mandala, you move around the mat in a circle, but the center stays fixed. So today's prompt is, what's one core value or belief, or even a person or an aspect of your life that has stayed true and consistent even when everything else has changed? So again, what is the center in your life that remains fixed? So you can go ahead and hit pause or close the video and then set a timer for 5 or 10 minutes and write in your journal. While you're here, take a moment to hit subscribe, and if this video resonated with you, share it with a friend. I'd appreciate it so much, and I'm so glad you were here. Bye.